I'm Al Sutherland with your Mesonet Weather Report. Wednesday was a day of change across Oklahoma. An air temperature map from 4:10 Wednesday afternoon had Bernieville at 100 degrees and a number of other Mesonet sites in the upper 90s, the dark red map areas. Crossing into the orange map areas, temperatures were 20 degrees cooler in the mid to upper 70s. Winds Wednesday changed across the state as the cold front went through, shifting from the south in the southeast to winds out of the north, northwest of a line from Ardmore to Ada to Weber Falls. And we saw big changes in humidity Tuesday afternoon. Humidities went lower in the southeast from the afternoon heat, jumped up in the band of cooler air just behind the wind shift, the green band on our map. The orange map areas in the northwest indicated drier air farther behind the front. Tuesday, September 9th was a hot one across the state. Only 2 Mesonet sites fell below 90, Jay and Westville, and the heat index was 100 or higher at 43 Mesonet sites Tuesday. What a change to have morning temperatures 40 to 50 degrees cooler than our Tuesday highs. Here's Gary with the latest drought monitor.
Thanks, Al, and good morning, everybody. As you're watching this, you probably realize that fall is definitely in the air. And hopefully you've gotten some rain this week to alleviate some of those dry conditions. Now, speaking of the dry conditions, let's take a look at the latest U.S. Drought Monitor report and see what the state looks like for this week. Shows more improvements in northwestern and northeastern Oklahoma, but also some intensification across east central Oklahoma. Unfortunately, still too much red and orange on that map, especially across southwestern and west central Oklahoma and up in the Panhandle. I thought we could take a look at the conditions of our pastures and rangelands at this time of the year, so let's take a look at these maps from the National Agricultural Statistics Service of the USDA. The first is the percent of pasture and rangeland considered to be in good or very good condition for the state of Oklahoma. You can see it's 45%. So that's pretty good, especially if we can compare it to the 28% in Texas or the 19% in New Mexico. And of course, California in its horrible drought is only at 15%. Now, the percent of pasture and rangeland in poor or very poor condition is only 19% in Oklahoma, which is a great number for this time of year, especially considering the bad spring that we had and also the hot, dry August. We can thank those improved pasture and rangeland numbers to the late spring and summer rains that we saw this year. Here are the totals since May 21st from the Mesonet, the famous date when the rains came back this year. Still some dry areas from west central, southern, and east central Oklahoma, and the Panhandle, of course. Now, when we look at the departure from normal for that same period, since May 21st, we see most areas saw some surplus of at least 2 inches to more than 6 inches in other areas. Now, the statewide average from that May 21st through September 10th period was 15 inches, or about 1.7 inches above normal, and that's the 26th wettest such period since at least 1921. Well, now that fall's here and the temperatures have started to drop, now we just have to hope that those rains start to come back and really put another big dent in this drought. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.